don't play no shit. You feel me?
Well, hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. What a wild week that we have had on the YouTube streets. Summer Wells, Michael Vaughan, creators behaving just as they always do eventually. And this is kind of what this live is about. And also to clear up a few things, right? Because I think from my understanding that the live from last night on Purple Phoenix, as we all have heard, I'm sure, was specifically about the live that I did regarding Chris McDonough's coverage on Tyler Vaughan and Bob Vaughan and their timelines, because the audience just simply did not know anything about the timelines and the things that are important. Because how can we help connect the dots and speculate, even though we're not supposed to do that? How are we supposed to do that if nobody can understand the basics, right? That should have been established 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. It's because definitely the Summer Wells case took precedence over Michael's case. We all know that. It's no secret. It really isn't. But also, there is just exclusions to the rules of scrutiny. And you must pay the piper for those beliefs, right? Because without evidence and without actual, solid, this is who did it, who done it, you're guilty until proven innocent, right? The biggest contention was, well, Eve, X, Y, and Z are not suspects. A, B, and C are, right? And I understand that logic. I do. Why look elsewhere when it's right in front of you, right? Well, that would be great and fine and dandy if they would have found Michael Vaughan in that backyard. And if we didn't hear that was a false tip from a habitual liar, intended or ill-intended, it doesn't matter. A lie is a lie, right? I have shown you all habitual past and present situations that Stacey Wondra has put himself in and repeats. And there's at least consistency in that, right? And I don't see anyone hiding that. It's out in plain view, which is a good thing because you can at least observe it, and he owns that. But I noticed something today that I'm about to show you regarding, the timestamps of the location data that Stacey sent me that allegedly we co-conspired to get, or I co-conspired to manipulate the data to make it seem like he was one place, etc. So if I wasn't helping him manipulate data to look innocent, if it wasn't that, then I must have been lied to and deceived, right? As if I would just let that go. As if I don't strive for absolutes, right? So that's what we're going to get into today. We're going to get into and clear up exactly what last night was about and exactly why It didn't work. It will never work. Hasn't worked yet. It's been two plus years now. Give it up. You're going to hear some things that you might not have heard, or you might have came in late whenever I jumped on panel. The watch tick goes up when I. It seems to be this way when I join the panel of Purple Phoenix. You're welcome. You're welcome. Absolutely glad to help you. So, if you didn't know, the live is, again, Purple Phoenix, when a YouTube creator tries to prove a suspect innocent. When a YouTube creator tries, Y''S, to prove a suspect innocence. Oh yeah, gotta love that sound. But literally that's how she spelt it. And it's really ironic. I think one part in the live, she says, and I'm the dumb one. And I was like, well, at least you admit your faults. So, welcome everyone. Hit that like button while we are waiting for our beautiful Eve that I finally arrived. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a little behind on chat. Hey, your channel was recommended via Jones and to me. Glad to be here. Oh, awesome. Thank you for being here. Hi, Emma. Good to see you. I have missed you. I'm really surprised that, cat chats and it definitely doesn't side over on this side of the fence, but you two are definitely different creators with different opinions and views. So I'm really glad you're here. America True Crime, always a pleasure, hun. Lovely comments. I appreciate you stopping by and leaving comments and asking good questions. Southern Gal, again, Jeep Girl, woo woo. Good to see ya. Widow 13, lovely conversation that we had today. Thank you for clearing up so much. Really appreciate that. Serial Boomer, Archangel, Shaney Jones. A one-way street. I've seen you here before, I believe. Welcome in. Shaney says eating hubby's homemade cream of mushroom soup and drinking a Diet Pepsi. All right. If I missed you, I am so sorry. Oh, wait. Christina Lasca's here. Awesome. She said, have you figured out how Ellie was able to identify the 4 suspects and search the yard? I think I'm onto something. I definitely think I'm onto something. But let's not jump too far ahead in the game. You're not trying to present anyone as guilty or innocent. You're trying to get basic information. Not only am I trying to get basic information back out there, because if you don't think for a minute that a defense team is going to say, well, what about this and that and the other? Sorry about you. Highly unlikely. Somebody's got to be the one, right? Or the group. Souls shine. It's all right. Kiko, after dropping charges on Sarah and still no charges, I'm not saying parents did it. I'm just wondering if police jumped the gun. That's all. Right. There has been many cases where police have followed a lead or followed and pigeonholed themselves into something that turned out to be completely wrong. It does happen. And I'm not saying that that's what's going on here, but no stone left unturned. Everything must be scrutinized. I don't care if they were named suspect of the year. Suspects can be cleared. Clear people can become suspects. Not being a focus point of the investigation currently means that you were at one point and you could be in the future. I will stand by that hill and die on that hill until charges are brought. Period. Right. Look at American Nightmare Story. Great point. Thank you. Wasn't sure if I was in the bushes replay. No. Welcome in. So, before the almost respectful conversation was starting and I was kind of summoned to go on panel to answer a question. I don't know if the lab forgot my invitation about having this discussion before we were going to meet on Purple Phoenix's live. Isn't that really ironic? Ooh, had a acid reflux moment when I said that. I don't know. Excuse me. But fancy seeing you here, bud, is what my thoughts were when I heard that I was being asked about the legitimacy of these location data details, as if I'm some investigator and that I'm being interrogated by the public opinion. Yeah, I don't mind answering questions. I mean, I did cover it, but I was interested to see what bandwagon everybody was going to jump on because they couldn't verify with 100% certainty as if I owed them or Stacy owed anyone anything. I wanted to see what they would do and just squirm a little bit. Did you really think that I wasn't going to get the proof? Well, let's do it. Time's a ticking. But first, let's listen to some of the shit that went on in this video and what was said. The comment sections are rich, or the live chat was really rich.
I don't ever slow up, no, I don't take shit. Absolutely 100% positive you know exactly who Brick is what. He's using that. That's how you know he was at the Arby's. Well, that doesn't match the Arby's that he said he went to, because he said he passed one and he could see from the highway that they were backed up. They were full, they were busy, and he wasn't about to get out of the car and go in. So he went on down to the one in Ontario. So he had to pass his home, go to Ontario, get some food, and come back. But the buildings don't match. And I know that they didn't just like all of a sudden, oh, let's change.
What if we're still doing this when we're 50? It would be nice to have that kind of job security.
So glad to have joined. Thank you, Cyber Ninja. Appreciate you being a member. Thank you so much. Hold on, I gotta sing. I told people that I would start singing again, which really isn't singing. It's more like, yeah, I don't even know what to say. How about this? Thank you for being a friend. I haven't gotten no sleep, y'all. Forgive me. Sing to me, baby. All right. So I don't know what Arby's she's talking about, but I do know that the information that I had received, Stacy incorrectly describes the A&W as an Arby's, and then he corrects himself. And you'll see that. You'll see that soon. Sometimes I just think people say things and not think before they speak. I think it happens to a lot of us. For damn sure what's on your screen. Holy hell. For damn sure. But let's see what else was said.
Of you putting in the transmission fluid. Now, if they have you on CCTV at that time, that would basically, they wouldn't need you as a suspect unless they've seen something that you thought maybe the view was blocked or something. But something, if they have that CC footage of you at that stop sign, putting in the fluid at exactly that time, that's either going to include you or it's going to disclude you.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
I think not. So you wouldn't have took a damn dime. You wouldn't have took a shirt. You wouldn't have took a freaking pair of socks. Oh, but no. Everywhere you went, you got something from it, whether it be cash, whether it be clothing. And hell, even your good friend, your really good friend Eve, has been helping you out for a while, huh?
Yep. You caught the Eepster. I've been somehow communicating from an unknown location within the depths of Ada County. Someone who has never heard my name until a local introduced us, and it was not on purpose. Not at all. But these people tend to know so much more than anyone else. And then whenever you get the proof shown at them, I didn't say that. I didn't do that. Or how was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know when you won't show the receipts, even though I made stuff out of my ass? It's your problem, not mine. You'll see. Because this ends today. Today is the greatest. Because not one single thing a creator can say will stop me. And it hasn't happened. And it will not happen. You could throw out everything that anyone around me has done wrong. You can put every little thing about me that you've ever researched in your entire life. You can put how many curbs I've hit in the past. You could say whatever you want. Say whatever you want except for going low with minors. That's a wrap. I promise you. Let's be fair now. It stops. But I'm going to go ahead and drag the ever-loving dog shit out of every single one of these people who had a hand in it. Absolutely. And that includes Summerwell's favorites. Brooks from Crime Lines and Lies, Trev Time, obviously Perp, Jenna, and anybody else. The lab, for sure. Because I've had it with the disrespect and the runaways, and I invited him on my panel to come into my realm and let's talk about this before we got here, and then he ran off. The disrespect and the entitlement is unreal. Definitely unreal. And this will be sincerely the last time. I think that it's been proven that when I go on Perp's channel and panel, I own the ever-loving dog shit out of them each and every time. So what do? They go below the belt. They go at my spiritualness. They go at any and everything they can because they know they can't refute what I'm saying. They can't really work around it. And you'll see that here in a minute. Because the next thing that we're going to do after I clear up a lot of things today, it's back to back. Here I even got, I'll give you a sneaky peeky of what I got coming. Maybe I can give you guys a heads up so that you could try to work your way around how I'm so wrong. I'll give you a little bit of time. Okay. For instance, we have one series on did cadaver dogs follow the scent? That's a great question. In my opinion, did they? Did they try?
What if we're still doing this when we're 50? It would be nice to have that kind of job security.
Thank you, America True Crime, for being a member. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Much love to you, hun. Mazikeen said something. I'm going to pause real quick. Mazikeen said some gold earlier. And it's so basic and so true, in my opinion. I think it's brilliant and poignant. Mazikeen says, I just got done with Perps Live from last night, which is what we're listening to now, and I don't get it. They're accusing you of trying to prove Stacy's innocence. If you can prove his innocence, wouldn't that make him innocent? Right. Not that I am trying to prove innocence over guilt or guilt over innocence. I'm just, what is it? Which one is it? What can he do to clear his name if that's what he is wanting to do? Right? We're not investigators. We're just creators, giving a platform for those who want to speak on a subject, right? But as my title says, rules for me, not for thee, is what I suspect. Right? And that's just how it is on these streets. It's okay. You ain't got a lot to kick it, Greg. That's for sure. But Mazikeen, thank you so much for the brilliance. That is so true. You're mad at what now? What is it you're mad at? So basically, they just want him to hang for taking Michael, whether he did it or not. Shouldn't they want to find the guilty person? Well, from Josh's perspective, police already did that hard legwork because they're named suspects, because suspects means guilt automatically. And they're not PR terms, right? Even though a cop turned defense attorney said exactly that to me and to his people that follow him in his cases, but he must not know. He must not know what he's talking about. Oh, well. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Julia. Good to see you. I refuse to make Michael's coverage in case a shit show any longer. I have said this before and I have failed. But I think that the live that we're about to recap on will prove to you that the problem isn't me. And I almost believed it for a minute, especially when the Twitter bitches turned their backs on me for no reason whatsoever. Had the audacity to say that I didn't consider the 4 suspects as guilty or involved. You know damn well the research that you know and I know to be true is a bow-faced lie. And I'm tired of people lying on my name. And if you're so worried about what is known or what someone has, maybe worry about what your actions have been in the past and leave me the hell alone. Because I ain't no part of your freak country club, bitch. I mean those words. This is my last chance to get it out, right? Get all of the poison out so we can move on and be good. I don't mince my words, y'all. But I do want to be better than this. No more stooping down to this shit level. No more. You could have 15,000 followers, 500,000 followers, 50. I do not care. You will not live up here rent free and then cash grift off of Michael Vaughan's case. That goes for Justin Farrell. That goes for anybody that backs his ass on a larger scale or smaller scale. I don't care. We're not going to tiptoe around that shit anymore. It's tragedy pimping 101. All of these people. It's very disgusting. And it almost makes me feel like, who's paying you? Who's paying you to look this foolish out here with all these subscribers and watchers? It's really sad. Brooks from Crime Lines and Lies, you're about to hear some shit, y'all. You're about to hear some of the wildest stuff if you did not listen last night. And then you're going to hear what I say which seems to, maybe it's just me being biased because it's me and my big fat ego's in the way, right? But the audacity for me to be shamed for my opinions and beliefs, albeit maybe a little bit harsh sometimes, and then to hear that this woman is trying to fake a relationship or get Stacy on his good side and play on his alleged naiveness, if you will, to get at him, to get some information. Bitch, it would have been quicker just to pay him $50. Instead of hating on me for sending money to get him to the homeless shelter that I had to help fix because I said what I said. You'll hear it. You could have just paid him a little money and he would have told you what you needed. But that's not what you were doing, grifter, tragedy pimper. You wanted content while befriending Brandy Neal, you sick bitch. All of you are sick, twisted people. And it's gross. And if I were her, I'd be pretty pissed off. Unless that's already been established. Absolutely, Bugsy. Absolutely. It's appalling. It really is. Solo Sock, I don't understand why all of you creators call each other names and get so personal. I truly feel it's wrong to pay a named suspect. That's just my humble opinion. Well, then don't pay him. You can not be cool with it, not be involved in paying, but you could also not comment on it and then go to the places that try to catch a suspect by playing his heartstrings and talking about who's banging who on a case that involves a 5-year-old child. And he has siblings that are going to hear this one day. I would be way more worried about them hearing that nasty shit than what I feel about a case. The hypocrisy is hot in these streets. See, and this is why they don't like me. Because my truth affects all of the things that they got going on. What do you mean? What am I insinuating? Do I mince my words, Gaelic? I do not. I thought I'd be hated for my thoughts in Summerwell's case. Wild how it's going to happen in Monkeys. I don't hate yours at all. I think what you said is valid. You don't like people getting involved in cases where a child is missing. As if it's really up to anyone. It's going to happen no matter what. Especially when the circumstances are the way that they are in both of these cases. But I do respect your opinion, Kirst. I do appreciate your opinion because maybe missing children's cases should be just never talked about. Only law enforcement, no pleading, no reward funds. But I don't think that is ever going to happen because it really is at the end of the day up to the parent. And you would do anything for your child, and that also includes risking your scrutiny, the public eye. It's just a tangled web that we weave sometimes. But it will never go away. It will always be there no matter who you trying to get off the platform or scrutinize, blah, blah, blah. But I do, again, appreciate what you said. It wasn't fair. It's the hypocrisy. You were absolutely right, in my opinion. Eve has a differing opinion. She has spoke a lot of truth, and I really feel like I have. And when I ask people to, hey, please give me an example and we'll work through it. You're just a suspect sympathizer, ma'am. I can't take you seriously. Right? Christina Alaska, I'm a mod for Brooks. I've seen a lot of ugly stuff coming from Stacy. But you got to ask, why was it created? Why did it come from Stacy? Right? Who reached out to him? I know the truth. I know who reached out. I really feel bad for his situation, his illness too. But in my opinion, Brooks was trying to introduce him to the true crime world. Well, that's the last place a suspect should be. But I am the problem. As if I invited his little sassy ass up here. I didn't do that. That was Brooks. She was the first, wasn't she not? And what you're about to hear is disgusting. I'm sorry. There is no excuse. I apologize that you're a mod for her. But that opinion will not change. It's disgusting. And I know she tried to, or maybe successfully tried to record me when she tried to call me and convince me, extremely drunk, by the way, that she got the tater. She got the bad guy on recording saying something. And all I heard was, Brooks, stop calling me. It's late. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't listening hard enough. Yeah, and so is everything that's coming out of the people's mouths that came at me last night are also ugly. And I don't think they have any business really speaking on things that they're just as guilty of. Right? All right. We're going to stop and just play the monstrosity of this live. It's only for accountability purposes, and it's only to clear my name because I have that right. And this was about me having an opinion, so it stands to reason to talk about it. It's about me. Me. Just kidding.
The truth, right? Then all of a sudden, we got screenshot proof. He's been out of jail for 2 months, but oh, Eve, honey, did you not pay him $300?
Nope.
Did you not?
It's not normal for us.
Did you not? Aren't you the one that helped him come up with the screenshots that were easily proven that they can be edited? And why? Ask yourself this, ma'am. Ask yourself why 910 days later is there a screenshot out in the middle of nowhere because he pin dropped his location. Now,
I mean, like, okay, I want you at the end of this live, when I ask you, where are the receipts that you see all of this, proof that what I sent was edited, false, fake, coerced, whatever. I want you to confirm if you saw that proof, because I did ask the panel, who said that? Who did that? Show me the proof. I never got it. I never really got the clarification either. So what's going on there?
that's where it really was like, oh my God. So he out in the middle of nowhere, and he said when he that screenshot, he was only 25 minutes from home. But when we typed in the coordinates and tried to to get the distance, it was over 50 minutes away.
She said she was drunk, Gaelic.
After he already did 4 or 5 interviews, then when he does the interview with you, there's screenshot proof, girl. Come on now, you ain't playing. Stop playing. But that's okay though, because see, law enforcement, when he had to turn over the phones and they downloaded everything on the phone, it's going to be on the original. It's not going to be
right. Exactly. So because I was the one, so Justin for all got the screenshots. And so from my understanding, when it was told that I helped him, literally, this is all I did, by the way, was help him understand that if he wants to clear his name like he says he does, then prove it. Isn't that what clearing your name is? No matter what I believe or anybody believes, all I said was, go find the proof that you were where you say you were. That's it. But everybody went, So are you telling me that you manipulated and edited the data to show that he was where he was, even though he says he admits that he was on the street where Michael was last seen, and he's a suspect? How could you not see, Eve, that he is the guy? These are the people. Well, you know what? You want to know why? Because I have not heard one time where someone saw MJ, officially saw him out there. Never heard that he was on CCTV footage. I've never heard how the theory went about regarding Michael being in a backyard and then moved. Do you know how hard that is to get away with, first of all? There's no details as to helping the public think of the day that they may have believed he was moved out of that yard. Have you? Has anybody heard anything about if you've seen on January 1st through February 16th of 2022 any nefarious shit going down? Let us know. No, you don't. No, that doesn't happen. It's just he was there, now he's not. Guilty. Well, that's not how it works. And if there's evidence to support all of it, great. Great. But you have a man literally telling you his side of things, whether it's true or not. And then it's reasonable to look at both sides and go, what makes more sense? And what doesn't matter because we can't prove it either way, right? But I'm the bad guy. Duh.
2+ years later that, he recovered a screenshot. It don't work that way, girl. Stop playing. Anyhow. And Eve, while you're in here, I'm glad you're here. I am so glad you are here. I got a few questions for you, ma'am. A few questions. Why, on your interview, did you basically tell him the timeline?
Did I basically tell him the timeline? Or did I? Or, dumbass, did I reiterate what he had already said and then made him choose one? I didn't make him do anything. I just reiterated or told him to clarify which one. What the hell's wrong with that? Is that not what would make me saying one way or the other? What does that matter? It's not like you can't go back and look at the interviews to compare yourself. I didn't lead any questions. Nothing wrong with that. And if he agrees with me when I correct him, I didn't lead anything. That's a stretch and a half, man. It blows my mind the reach that these people do. You know? Being factual is key, absolutely. Hey, do you have proof of that? Because if you tell it, you must show it right now, Grundle. I'm looking. The way Stacy gets aggressive about asking for money or demanding money rather seems to me similar to an addict. I could be wrong. Well, the dude's homeless. He's got a taxi business with no car to taxi in. And look, that's his problem. I get it. What else would you want him to do? It seems to me like a lot of people, because he is a suspect in the Michael Vaughan case, that he should just suffer and answer the questions and shut the hell up and take the beatings you're about to get and not get paid for it, not get a thank you, not get a fuck you, nothing. He's surviving right now. It's what anybody would do. Brooks is the one that brought him on this platform to spread him around all of these channels. And then I kind of boofed it and kind of put my foot out there to trip everybody up for a second to exploit me and my research because it didn't fit the bill. I almost feel like one of those weird conspiracy theorist people who know or always felt, not know, but always felt like these people, like these creators that I speak on, are in back chats talking about their next victim and their next exploitation, how they can make money off of it, how they can fight each other, fake fight each other, and then squish everybody else that's actually legitimate channels. I really do. But I'm wild and crazy, right? And I know people feel that way. It's not a secret. Brooks gave it to him 3 times to cash cow on it. Talking about some nasty shit while having Monkey's face behind that. It makes me want to throw up. Really does. Hey. I've dealt with homeless people and I've dealt with addicts. He's more with an addiction behavior, and that's fine. He might be. Thank you. I try not to be. Well, she could have done a lot better of a job to keep it fucking contained because I messed it up, I think. I think I boofed it for everyone. Oops.
You told him when things happened instead of letting him tell it like he did on everybody else's panel. You, ma'am, walked him hand in hand through his interview with you with the correct timestamps, right?
If
Yes,
anybody
you
can
did.
prove that, Purple, you dumb bitch. No, I didn't. I certainly didn't. Monkey, I'm sorry that this is the friend of your mother. I'm really sorry. And I meant that.
And grab me the timestamp for that so we can play it for our good friend Eve here, because obviously she didn't watch it. So if one of the mods will go grab me that
so
timestamp, I would
serious?
greatly appreciate you. And shout out to Vet Girl for calling out the screenshots to begin with. She's like, oh, wait, Justin, wait. Yeah, it's around the 48-minute mark. Okay, well, let me just go.
Oh, I forgot about that girl. Sneaky devil. Thought you were going to get away. Thanks, Vet.
Pull it up here. You know, Eve, do you know a lot of criminals, honey? I mean,
how old were you when your neighbor husband first saw you? Sit down, ma'am.
I'm just asking, do you know a lot of criminals? All right, so let me get my YouTubes up here so I can share my screen. Because I got my YouTubes on the top. And Justin already said I could play anything of his, so.
Oh. Anything you can do, I can do better. No, you can't. Yes, I can.
Because a lot of creators are, have questions. Just give me 1 sec, guys, because I can't see my chat right this second. But give me 1 second. I'll be back with you as soon as I get this pulled up for our good friend Eve here. Because she's smarter than the average bear.
I appreciate that. It's nice to be recognized.
Yeah, I marked it. Is it this one? Well, let me see. Hold on.
Oop.
Pause. Back over here. Share this. Here we go. Okay, let's play it.
That's just like a straight road that takes you all the way to Payette.
Can one of the mods drop Justin's phone, please?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but Eve, that's why he's an X for a reason.
Everyone's just curious. Is everyone's phones on at this time?
Yes.
Everyone's phones is on. All that. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Vet Girl. the penicillin, the right.
That girl, you couldn't be more wrong. And you sent the $20 just to pencil in. The pencil in the right of date means edit in progress. No, it means you can't edit it. Depending on, we'll get to this. I cannot wait, y'all. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Date means edit is progress.
Oh, wait, did you hear that?
What do you mean? I don't understand.
I don't know what that means.
He stumbled over his words.
Thank you, sir.
The right of date? Oh, pull up that picture again, the screenshot that I sent you. We'll see what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, the pencil icon. No. So that was literally screenshotted from Google Maps. That was a picture that was tracking from when that timestamp was taken. There was no way for me to edit it.
Oh, yes, there was.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there wasn't. Oh, no, there wasn't.
No, that's literally what pulled up on. If I had a way to screen share right now, I would totally screen share my map so you could see everything on my side. I don't know if that's possible, but
Ask and you shall receive. Mm-hmm.
I could.
If you're on a computer, it's possible, Mr. Wondra.
You know what you can do? You can screen record it.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know how to do that either.
Okay. Okay. Have you showed authorities this?
Oh yeah, they have it all.
I'm sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And they have that.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, all right. Now, what is this photo? This is 956.
That's the part. Yep, that's the part. The same part that's in the middle of that picture. That's the AC compressor part.
Okay. Now, why are you taking these pictures at this time?
It was something that I already had the hood open to reattach the strap because I had to connect the
You
strap
rich pudding.
on the inside of the hood.
Eve.
Adrian,
Stick around, honey. Don't run away so soon. You're about to be proof wrong again. Why do you always run away
I'll
when
drop
you're
a
about
link,
to
but
be
he's gonna have
proven?
I didn't run away, bitch. I was there the whole night, and that's why I'm so tired. Pigeons are exhausting. And they're lab rats, too.
show his
Wrong,
face.
honey. Come on now, girl. Stop playing.
You'll have to show his face before he's coming up. Go ahead.
So that's why I took that picture. Was because the hood was already open and I wanted to snap a picture anyways while I was there.
Oh, you wanted to
Because
snap
it
it
was nighttime,
anyways,
you know what I mean?
folks.
And the next day I was planning on making some phone calls to find that part.
Okay.
Why the hell else would... Can somebody tell me why taking a picture of a car part is indicative of foul play and guilt? You know, because those pesky VIN numbers and serial numbers are the devil. Devil. Secret code for the next person, the other three, to pass on to each other of the next steps in their elaborate plan. And oh yeah, I'm being a shady bitch today. I got to get it out. This is the last time. Got to get back on track here.
Okay.
I don't believe it.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So you're...
Everybody say hi to my felonious, evil, mad partner beater husband who is an amazing father. We laugh when people threaten us with a good time. Mr. Eve, welcome in. Thank you so much for working hard today. There's probably about 50% of his photos full of parts. Matter of fact, I get told on all the time as how bad I am at inventory because I'm the accountant of our business. And damn, am I not doing my part? Because I'm dealing with these twats, right? While trying to manage other things. It's exhausting work.
I dropped a link. I don't think it's Adrian,
Lula, watch his face.
but he'll
Let
have
me
to
see
show
his
his face
face.
before he comes up.
I don't think it's Adrian. You should see his face.
It's just that simple.
Watch, he gets a little worried out there. He's done
All right.
shit.
All right. Carry on.
Well,
Because it's not him. It's just a troll.
Got a lot of those, huh?
Yeah.
Nervous laugh.
Bunch of fake people. So from there, we went home
Great car.
from Payette. We had the car behind us. Brandon was steering it.
Dang.
Sarah and I were in the truck. Pulled into the subdivision. There was a bunch of people walking around. I told Sarah, I was like, hey,
Can I
let's
go back
stop
for a
and find
minute?
out.
What time is this? What time is this?
Sometime after that timestamp. So like if you do the math, like 20 minutes after that last timestamp right there,
So we're
I
talking.
believe. You know, she
Backing on up, folks.
timestamps, again, I'm referring back to the timestamps because I literally just found them yesterday. I got back into my email account and my fix.
Okay, so they're looking at him side-eye, which is making them look at me side-eye because I'm the one that told him the idea of how to clear his name. That's it. So this elaborate scheme of ours has made him change his tune once again because, you know, it's my fault, right? Maybe, just maybe it was like, if these are your times, if this is what you're providing to be true, and I'll show you here in a minute what you can make the decision as to if it's true or not for you. This is going to help you with your timeline, right? Or is it malarkey? I don't know. All I wanted to know is what was he going to do? What was he going to say? And what was going to be provided? I'm no investigator. I just like to see what's in front of me. Analyze the shit out of it and see what we get. Nothing wrong with that. It's always Eve's fault. True crime with evil. It's always her fault.
My pictures from that year, last night, literally, thanks to Eve, who is also viewing, I believe.
Oh, shit.
You know, she helped me recover that. So I was able to get into that, and that's how I got those photos that you'll pull up eventually with the timestamp attached.
Okay.
So I'd say, oh,
Well, isn't that a horse's ass?
Yes, you are. But stop taking over my life. Those are my jokes. We didn't have a conversation at all about the times. Matter of fact, when I gave him the simple idea, it's so simple, ain't it? Everybody was up in arms when I told them what the conversation was about, trying to get this data, right? That he didn't even think to go and look at. I didn't even know he had data to look at. It was just a theory. I said, well, if you're going to clear your name, it has to be with receipts, because that's what, first of all, that's how law enforcement vets their information to clear or not clear you and come after you. So show the world. That turned into me aiding and abetting. Like they know what that even means. Honey, that ain't the same. Sit down. That also became the theory that in order for me to fit the narrative that I've been spinning this whole time, that I even know how to edit Google photo information, which I had no freaking clue. I'm an iPhone girl. I don't fuck around with Google Photos. I don't. I really don't. Learned a lot in the past 2 days. I'll tell you that much. And I never want to learn it again. So that was her aha moment. That was everybody's busted, busted. You trifling bitch. Okay.
Thanks to my good friend Eve, who helped me get into my emails.
Hey, girl, hey.
So, according to Eve's comment earlier, he's a liar. Well, hot damn. At least we agree on one thing. Do I need to scroll back up and highlight her comment? You know, since she said, he's lying. I didn't help him. Well, honey, he already implicated you. So now, you know, the police might need to be investigating what you helped him with. That would be the smart thing to do at this point.
And what was that? What did I help him with? Who told you that? It wasn't him. See, everybody wants to blame Stacy for saying that I manipulated and criminally came up with this plan. Is that what I'm hearing? Okay. Is that a reach to anybody else? Or is that just any reason to get at me because I talked about Tyler? That's what it really is.
It for inserting yourself into something that you had no business being in. Huh?
And she literally answered my question. Did you hear that? She's telling on herself, folks. And so is people that wants this to happen. She was handpicked for this, folks. Round of applause for doing her job. And her lab rat. Good job. You were doing good until this point.
So let me get back up here to where she said, but she rage quit. She probably went live. She has mom things to do. How convenient.
Here you go.
I have mom things to do. Let's get back to it. I don't get it. We're almost there.
Purple mom shames. How rude.
Here, guys. She knew she was about to be busted out, but call me a liar, honey. Who's lying now? It wasn't me. Now, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Hold on. We're getting there. We're almost there. I can feel it. I'm a liar.
Perk up, Buttercup.
Oh, right here. Oh, make sure you invite pedos to your live. Well, honey, I didn't. So there's
That's
that.
true. Yeah, you did.
But, how original. Tyler or Brandy had anything to do with this, even after.
Sorry, I forgot about this. I can be a real bitch. I'll admit it. A funny bitch.
Yet again and again and again and again. But you keep telling yourself that you're going to solve a crime, bitch. I did not help this guy get into his emails. But he said you did. We played it.
Where? When? He didn't say that. He didn't say that. He said that he got into his emails. He said that I helped him recover his emails. I didn't do shit. I helped him by giving him an idea, which led him to recovering his email to get into the photos. See, this is why you get receipts first before you open your chat, because some people misspeak and some people have trouble elaborating on what they're speaking on. So it's good to get the receipts. That's all.
So what do you have to say about that one, Eve? Oh, no, honey, I don't suck. You do. And obviously you're not very good at it. Because he just said you did it. You helped him. So what are you doing meddling in a case like this? Messing with evidence there, Eve? That's what you need to ask yourself.
She doesn't follow true crime, does she? So, real quick, is it a crime to access, not me, for Stacy to access his information that he bought and paid for and owns? Where's the crime? If it was evidence, wouldn't it be with the police? Oh, okay.
Honestly, answer this question, Eve. Why are you so damn determined to prove Tyler or Brandy had anything to do with this, even after the investigation?
CJ's reaching in the chat, boy.
Why do you have so much
girl.
hatred
Yeah.
towards Monkey's family when you say you're...
Well, I didn't. I remember there was one time I was in chat and I said, I am so sorry you guys are going through this. And it was when older sister was in the chat, and she was dying for some attention, looking at the people in the chat. I think it was Daisy's Critters Doing Harm on the Farm, which she's out. By the way, I didn't know if you knew that she's out of there. Benito. It happens. Just waiting for this one to be next. But I remember saying there's a Thomas train waiting for him for when he comes home. Let me know if you want me to send it. And she remembers this. Brandy remembers this. And her hands went over her heart and said, thank you. That's really sweet. And I meant that. There was no ill will. I didn't want her on my panel. I wasn't trying to throw dollar bills and all of these emotional things to her. I meant that. I meant that. Even me and the oldest sister kind of interacted for a minute, and it felt good to see her smile. It was a genuine, heartfelt moment. It really was. You could probably find it in Daisy's old videos. I bet you could find it. Matter of fact, $100 to the person who finds it. By the end of this live, I'll send it to you. So, I'm not helping suspects to get away with a crime against a child who I care for only more than anybody. To wrongfully convict innocent parents, is that what we're going off of right now? Bro. Never heard of such fuckery in my life, y'all. I really can't understand these thought processes. What magic fairy dust poured over these people's brains as if they haven't been following Summer Wells' case? Oh, maybe that's the problem. That they're the ones leading the Summer Wells coverage. I think that might be the problem. Maybe vet your people that you're watching. Yeah.
You're in it just to, to help bring him home. But your actions and your words don't portray that. I mean, you can say whatever you want, honey. You're just feeling a little salty.
Thank you, Mazikeen, for being here.
Busted out by your boy, Mr. Wondra. Was he your did you think he was like your ace in the hole? You're like, damn, I got one over him. I got the suspect, man. I'm going to show he's innocent. So people start believing me about the narrative that I've been spewing out of my hateful mouth for 910 days.
Thanks, Katie Rose. I appreciate it.
Oh, no, honey.
And yes, I am very, very sarcastic when people lie on me. That is how I deal with not popping off. Humor. Uncomfortable snarkiness that makes people go, ooh, that's how I deal with it. Sorry that you have to deal with my snarkiness. But it is entertaining if you just don't get in your feels about it. It's actually really funny. So let me vent, okay? Because there is good things coming. You will see the receipts soon. Just hang tight.
Not as sketchy as Eve's. Want to go there?
They call me Etch-a-Sketch because I'm so shady.
Do you help a suspect in a missing child's case, which the man has told, I don't know, he deserves everything and more. And you, ma'am, are interfering with that by trying to get, How do you know she put it out? Lena, did you put, but supposedly the police, showed him proof where he was at what time he was at the splash pad, but he didn't remember that until his interview with Eve. Every other time he was, gave a roundabout time, but on Eve's, he was downright certain 100% he knew what he was talking about.
We were on the phone for 2 seconds and he goes, Eve, the time stamp was exactly 1:30 that they had me at the splash pad. I was like, whoa, bro, okay, all right. That's not what you said the other day. What changed? And he goes, that's what I know. I remember them showing me that photo with the timestamp on it. And I was like, okay, all right. Thank you for telling me. So reiterating that not only is showing my audience that what I say between me and Stacy is coming to you guys, but I'm also holding him accountable to pick one. If you're telling me that that's what you know to be true, well, I'm going to ask you, what's wrong with that? But it's all suspicious, right?
I mean, come on, guys. Oh, yeah, she probably did. Of course she ran. She thinks I'm the one that looks dumb right now. Aw, bless
Oh,
her
you do, boo boo.
heart.
You do. Oh, damn, we.
How do you know she put it out? Lena, did you put that out? Anywhere? Did anybody?
Lana, did you put that out? Okay. What is she talking about? And she's actually helping me give you some information and backstory that may not have been around. Who is LaWanda? LaWanda Westbrook. Some days she might molest water. Some days she might not be able to drive. Some days she'll put out information on behalf of the case as a PR rep of sorts. And sometimes she'll make really good points on for you that you've been trying to make the whole time and then think that she did something special. But in this particular case, what LaWanda did was get a screenshot showing Adrian Lucian being at the Applebee's at 4:47 p.m. in Nampa that day, and then follows up in this very chat from this live that the source that she got it from, which she states on Twitter, is Brandon Shirtliff. Correct me if I'm wrong, LaWanda. But she put it on Twitter. Do you want to see? Sure, one moment. That is a sexy photo of my hubby. I cannot wait to hear the story. Can't wait. Because, look, poor Mr. E doesn't deserve none of this. None of it.
What if we're still doing this when we're 50? It would be nice to have that kind of job security. What if we're still doing this when we're 50? It would be nice to have that kind of job security. What if we're still doing this when we're 50? It would be nice to have that kind of job security.
Sorry for the repeats. Christina Leska, welcome to the evening crew. We thank you for gifting those. Thank you. I gotta fix those damn alerts. So anyway, if you go to Hey It's Me Lana's Twitter, she has my husband's photo on her profile. Isn't that what's the word? Falsifying who you are? Doesn't she have the blue check mark? Interesting. Of course it's Lana. So did she not want to prove? Was she afraid to be the one that provided the screenshot? Right? Let's look. Maybe I should put Justin Songbird's picture up on my profile to make it even. LaWanda. I think that's fair enough. That's what I'll do. This one right here. So this is the one that Perp doesn't know her ass from her elbow on and thought she got me with a, Lana didn't say that. Yeah, no, she really did. It's a tweet that she did. July 27th at 4:47 p.m. This was sent allegedly from Brandon, proving that he was at the Applebee's in Nampa. Right? Yes, Mr. Eve. I'll show you in a minute. You know, the one where you kind of look odd with a towel around your neck from Denton? What a night. Let's see. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Oh, at least my husband isn't one of these. That's always good to have. Even though it's really disgusting to have to go here because this is my last time being petty, folks. I really am a good person who is a human just like you, who has kids and a life, who doesn't need to dodge the police because of my driver's license being expired or damn near banned. But one moment, I'll be right back. I really need to get a drink of water. I'm going to take my time though, because I got a bad back and my ankle hurts real bad, but I'll be right back. Sorry about that. An eye for an eye. It's only fair, LaWanda. You put a picture of my husband on your profile. Right? It's only fair. Right? You do realize that when you victimize someone with a disability who's a veteran who served a war for you to have your freedoms, to put people's pictures on their photos on their social medias that don't belong to you. He even fought for your right to procreate with this thing on your screen. Yeah. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. We're square, even Steven. We're good? Okay. Thanks. Adrian Lucy, 4:47 p.m. I don't want to go higher. I'm going to say right below the belt. Thank you. It is what it is. But really, we need to get back on track here because I'm already over an hour and 15 minutes. I know this is entertaining because I'm keeping my audience at a steady 200 people. Thank you. Go ahead and hit that like button since you're here anyway. You don't have to like me, but you could definitely hit that like button. 4:47 p.m. LaWanda says, still enough time to go abduct a child. Really? What say you on this? How? How that be? I don't know. He a runner, he a track star. Means he's hauling ass back to wherever to finish out the planned abduction, right? Now, remember, he came all the way from Dana Point, California, or Los Angeles, one of those. Or maybe it was Ohio, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Florida. No. Wherever he traveled. Puerto Rico. Anyway, Fruitland, Idaho was just the place he needed to do this at. This had to happen. Because it's never suspicious for a black man in Idaho to be walking down the street. Never be seen. Sneaky 6'4" man of his stature. He needed a challenge. I guess. Now this person. I would like for you to prove that you're who you are, Missy. Because I have a feeling I'm not going to see any J's around here. It's too unlevel. It's not real. Or is it? Prove it. Talking about criminals who like to fake evidence. So let's skip on over to this crazy heifer who thinks that she has done everyone a solid. Am I living in the real world, guys? Is this real? I almost feel like it's the Matrix playing a trick on me, and I haven't woken up from the Sims game that I was playing on my Gateway computer in 1999. Is this real life?
Gosh, then go fuck yourself. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. My sister is a detective in LA and says that cops often pretend that people have been cleared as suspects when they are not. Okay, what are you saying, though? I don't care if they hit on the curb next to the house, boy. It don't matter. The point is that they hit on the house. Yep, you can come back up.
Who hit on what house? Bitch, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know what she... Does anybody catch that? I didn't catch that. So Daphne asked a good question, and I'm sorry I'm not paying enough attention to chat. I'm being a little too good at this petty shit. So I'm going to slow my roll. Daphne says, why haven't these other two guys been brought back to Fruitland? Because they have already been spoken to. Fruitland said, we spoke to them, thank you. They're no longer at large, as if they were at large to begin with. Like they had a bounty on their head. They didn't even say what to do when you see these folks. All they said was, here's their face, know who they are. We want to speak with you. We're also going to embarrass the shit out of you, too. Look at you, criminal, who may have some knowledge about MJ. Now, think about it like this. Let's just give Stacy the benefit of a doubt, since we do that all the time with the people who were around MJ that day, who couldn't help with the timeline. It's just the facts. Don't come at me. Could you imagine somebody giving a false tip, which automatically makes you get put on a billboard for the world to see? Wouldn't you be pretty fucking pissed? I'd be livid. I would be so mad. I'd be coming all sorts of unglued. I'd drag my lawyer out and say, you will speak on my name, sir, right now. Because I will not be living with people like Level and LaWanda harassing me and commenting on my dead grandfather's Facebook to tell his grandson, Brandon, to start speaking on Michael. Holy shit, Matt Hugh. Come on, man. That is so messed up. Speaking of aiding and abetting, wouldn't that be witness tampering? Or, I don't know, tampering with some kind of bullshit? Because I'm seeing through your shit over there. This is some criminal activities. I'm telling you. Allegedly, maybe. That's been reported on. Aiding and abetting. Hey, Soup. What was that about?
Yeah. Okay. I'll move. Trolls, I'm confused. Yeah, I don't think they would, dig up a whole yard if, there wasn't some truth to it. And then they found evidence. All of the dogs hit in that backyard. But Stacy wants to say, since they didn't hit on the exact spot he told them, then,
6 up, hey girl.
Next to the house.
Obstruction, thank you. The words were not forming into this brain. Thank you so much. Yeah, obstruction or fucking with an investigation, straight up.
Boy, it don't matter. The point is that they hit on the house.
Oh, and we support 6 Up Media here. I know that not everybody thinks that 6 Up is their cup of tea, but she is mine. So if you have any opinions on what drama has happened, don't bring it here, because you will be gone. I hope that you're doing an amazing, continue to do an amazing job, 6 Up. Very proud of you.
Yep, you can come back up. Get you.
Because you have painted yourself.
You don't respect that, and it's so frustrating.
I'm sorry. I know I'm a little slow today. I'm tired. And that's okay. It's been a long night.
Such a nasty mood.
What?
So
I said Greg was calling back.
Brooks from Crime Lines and Lies is playing a recording of a conversation between her and obviously Stacy Wondra. He told me he did not know he was being recorded. Unfortunately, there's nothing he can do, because it's one of those one consent state laws for both. And that's just the way the crusty cookie crumbles sometimes. It is what it is. There's always a risk. So that's what's going on right now.
Back to talk about your lunch, but you're in such a nasty mood, and I don't know why.
I just don't understand why you don't grasp that I literally asked you to stop talking about this. You don't respect that, and it's so frustrating.
Well,
I said I want nothing to do with talking about this. Period. I'm done. But you seem to always be the mastermind of the manipulation and seem to always somehow finagle it in. It's beyond me. Stop.
well,
That's all I'm asking.
you
Stop
you
trying
did
to discuss this.
you
I
didn't
don't
you
care.
didn't email me about money. You emailed me to clear your name.
I thought that it was going to work. That's why I did that. But now I
Well-
know that it's not going to work.
Well, because you went to other channels.
it doesn't matter if
and-
I went to other channels or not.
And a
Oh. I think you told on yourself a little bit, Brooks. Of course he knew. What do you expect? He got out of prison and got dumped on the streets just like he did when his assisted living home in Montana shut down. That he had no control over. Did you know that he actually won a, I don't know if it's a lawsuit, but he got some cash for being assaulted in there and not being protected properly or something like that. Something happened where he was not taken care of properly. Yeah. I guess he deserved it because he was unknowingly going to commit a crime years later or something, right? I'm sure it'll be in the chat soon. But yeah, he's in the same position with probably just as much resources as he did when that happened to him in Montana or wherever it was. But that kind of sucks. So if you have a story to tell, nobody will let you stay anywhere because you're a suspect in the case for lying. So it's definitely his responsibility, isn't it? But what do you expect for someone who you're wanting to talk to and exploit and manipulate and tragedy pimp off of Michael's back, slum? What do you expect him to do? Sit on the curb and beg for change while he's telling his side of the story in negative degree weather in Boise, Idaho? Get the fuck out of here. That's not reality. You can hate it. You don't have to like it. But do you expect free exploitation? That's entitlement. If I've ever heard of it, Brooks, and everybody else who thought that it was okay to assume and expect his time to be free when he's alleging he had nothing to do with this. Are y'all that dumb? Or entitled or spoiled rotten? Like what? Somebody didn't, not punish, but teach you how to act right when you were younger, obviously, because in your adulthood, it's showing. Who cares if anybody gave him money? Do you know that people give money to criminals all the time to interview them, discuss whatever case details? It happens. They need commissary money. Who cares? But the tragedy side of giving money, even though some creators like to steal anywhere up to $6,000, $7,000, maybe 7,500. Nobody bats an eye. It's okay. It's all good. Nobody's looking at you, sympathize with you for making a mistake, a huge mistake, and then lying about it repeatedly.
a lot of that is my fault. These things take time. To other channels. Like you
not
said.
Going to happen. Okay.
Nope. Let me
It's
tell you.
going to-
Nope. Let me tell you something right now. Even if you wanted to come on, even if you said, let's go live right now, like you've done before, I would say no. Because you have painted yourself in a corner with different stories. You have.
Okay, again, we're still talking about this. I don't want to talk about this like I'm starting. And I've literally been
Yeah,
trying
Level.
to.
I know, and
Level, you owe this man $500. You are breaching a verbal contract that you had with Stacy Wondra. Pay up or shut up. I wonder if Members' Lives is part of the monetization because it's a perk, doesn't that kind of leak into maybe needing to share some of that revenue or whatever portions of the funds, since it is, allegedly his interview? I'd look into that, Stacey.
You keep saying literally, literally, literally. Ask me something
Is it
about
not literally?
yeah, literally, literally,
Is
literally.
it not literally?
And I mean, I'm literally not facing a grand jury, an indictment,
Okay.
and life in prison.
And I literally am not worried.
And if I was, nobody would be hanging their neck out to try to help me. I can tell you that literally. I can tell you that literally. So you're gonna let me?
Literally, I don't care. Okay?
You don't
I'm not
care
worried
about
about
life
it.
in prison?
I'm not worried about getting that because I'm not going to. Do you understand?
Have you faced reality?
Brooks,
Have you faced
let it go.
reality?
Let it go. I'm not discussing this with you. I'm not worried. I don't care what your feeling or opinion is, okay? I'm not worried because I didn't do it. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to convince me one way or another.
I'm not. I will
don't
never.
care.
I will never try to convince you to say something that you didn't do.
No, but you're saying, have
But
you
Now that's a hot damn lie, and you know it. That's all you've been waiting for, is the opportunity to misconstrue any damn thing this man says and anything that I say or was said on my behalf, as if I don't have a voice. It is disgusting what is going on in this case, as I knew and saw it coming. And you know what? I was the bad guy from my own friends. My own friends that came up with the same theories, feelings, thoughts, and etc. And they'd rather see this be the leading discussion topic. Way to go. Way to go.
face reality? Yeah, I actually have. I mean, the reality is I didn't do it. So I'm not worried, okay? So let that shit be. Just drop it.
maybe I'm worried about my friend.
I don't care, Brooks. This is not what a friend does. I'm not worried about it. When I tell you I'm not worried, you should respect that. Period.
So when I have friends that call me and they tell me that their husband walked out on them, I should just be like, oh, well, whatever, your problem, not mine. I shouldn't absorb what my friends are going through.
Okay, Brooks, I'm not going through anything, okay? Hey, is this a hard road? Yes. But I'm not worried about it because in the long run, I'm not scared. At all. So let that settle. Because I'm not worried.
Eliza is correct.
What are you going to do? I'm just asking you.
About what?
What are you going to do when Brandon gets squeezed enough or he tells?
He's not going to. He doesn't have shit on me.
No, not on you. Not on you. Not on you. But you have not divorced Sarah. What are you going?
Care.
What are you going? You keep saying you don't care. Maybe those are your diagnosis you have. Are you getting treated for all those different diagnoses? Because I didn't know about
What is your
that.
point you're making? I don't like this. You're making no sense.
No.
That would be, this is just an example, but that would be like asking if she's gotten her alcoholism diagnosis taken care of. That people seem to claim they know about. How rude, right? It's disgusting.
You have everything figured out. Are you there?
Yeah. Once again, we're still talking about this, but go on.
Take a deep breath.
To everyone in the chat who thinks that I am being cruel and unusual, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Go out there and listen to everything that has come my way in 2.5 years. Come back, reevaluate. Let's talk about it. Let me know what you've learned. I will tell you my personal feelings and experiences, but you're going to go do the actual work. Because I'm not going to go through that again and explain how these shit people have made my life hard just for having an opinion. it's not okay to tell people how to feel or think and punish them for putting it out there for other people to ponder about. Not okay. Not one time getting retaliated against was it okay. And half the bitches in the chat who were talking the smack that they are part of it. They are those people. Or they're mods. And I'm not afraid to talk about it. The Michael Vaughan case is a shit show. Had already been one on the Twitter side of things. Here I am just trying to sort through all of the stuff. And now I'm in the middle, squeezed. I'm the whipping post, and that's okay. Because Michael, look at that little boy. But I'm still wondering, and I might even get a little upset about this. I'm looking at this boy and I'm wondering, where are your parents right now? During this chaos, where's your parents right now? And it's kind of making a lot of sense. And if that hurts you, because I feel that way, I can't help that. It's how I feel. Because I don't see them anywhere, except for in the backgrounds watching this and accepting it. It's really, really outrageous to me. Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad. Not taking a deep breath. I told you I'm fucking hungry, and you seem to always want to defer around this situation, so.
Well, I'm waiting on Greg to call back. And you get mad at me when I'm talking. I mean, what you want to talk about? You want to talk about the weather or your favorite movie or what you want to do this
I don't
weekend?
want to talk about this, Brooks. I don't.
Well, what are you going to do when Brandon or Adrian tells them where that duffel bag is?
Okay, then let him. I have no knowledge of it, so. And I guarantee you they don't have it. They don't have that. Because I promise you they would have already found it, Brooks. I guarantee you they already have it. Guarantee you.
Who?
Who else is doing the investigation, Smartland?
Well, see, that's why I ask you, because I don't know. I'm not from this world, okay?
Oh my God, clearly.
Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath because I cannot stand when my friends are upset with me, okay?
Okay, well, you're making me upset, Brooks.
Oh, she's so full of shit. She is so full of it. Was it 1 week before this interview she was asking for their heads on a platter? The first one to talk walks, or whatever that bullshit she was pulling for her viewers. And that's cool. I shouldn't shame how she I guess projects her to her audience, but I guess it's just a little stingy because it's Michael. Didn't want to see Summerwell's repeats, but here we are.
You literally are the one that's continuing to discuss this conversation, regardless of what I've said. A friend does not do that.
Well, I just keep...
A friend respects their boundaries. I have set a boundary, and you refuse to abide by it.
I know, you sound like Vince Vaughn in that movie Breakup, where he says, I have set a boundary, and you will not cross it.
Stacy.
And you're clearly doing everything you can by not listening and still crossing it, aren't you? Stop.
Yeah, good. You know what? Good point, Jeep. Great point. Wait, she didn't want her friend upset, but I'm the friend of Stacy that's doing nefarious dealings behind the scenes.
I'm just gonna shut down and not even fucking talk to you, period. So this is why I'm at, okay? This is
Vince Vaughn said that too.
No,
I'm shutting down.
This is what's gonna happen, okay? You can stop trying to be the master manipulator. You can stop trying to solve this case because you're not going to. You can stop trying to convince me to talk about things. Or you can just flat out lose talking to me because that's what you're doing.
Well, I don't want to do that. You're my friend.
Okay, then stop.
Okay, well then I won't lean on you for my problems anymore, okay?
I just don't understand what she's trying to do. Does she really think that this guy thinks that she's just there to be his friend? I think she's really being hideous and showing her ass that this is how she treats people who have expressed what they've struggled with. I mean, do y'all need proof that he was in assisted living facilities for like 10 plus years? Like, what do you need? Do you like exploiting people like this? Suspect or not? Like, is that cool with you? Okay. It just shows what kind of a person you are. It's weird to me. And I know that there's people in the chat who mods for and is besties. There's no reason to say that I'm riding Brandon's genitalia because I'm looking at this in an odd way. Could you explain that kind of shit talk? And I think somebody in here might know exactly what I'm talking about. Right? Why is that okay to talk about me like that? Behind the scenes. To incite whatever violence comes my way, whether that be in the form of shade or dislikes or, sending people over here to hate on me all day. Fuck all of y'all straight up. I'm tired of having to simp for any of you. All of you can go to hell that support this shit. Because you're not here for Michael, you're here for your sick, twisted, weird favorite creator who happens to be friends with the mother of Michael Vaughan. And if I had a missing child and this shit was going on in my missing son's case, you bet your ass I would have the common courtesy to treat my son's memory and his other siblings with respect and tell these wackadoodles to fuck right on off. Because it ain't me that's the problem for having an opinion. It's the weirdness going on and it being allowed that makes me even more suspicious. So there, Josh, take that shit and explain it on your live why I'm wrong or right on that.
I don't need you to. You don't need me to. I'm not a fucking problem solver. I have gave you positive encouragement. I've told you to work it out with Greg. I'm not a problem solver. I'm not a fucking mediator. Just like I don't reach out to you.
Never. I will never try to convince you to say something that you didn't do.
No, but you're saying have you faced reality? Yeah, I actually have. I mean, the reality is I didn't do it, so I'm not worried. Okay, so let that shit be. Just drop it.
Maybe I'm worried about my friend.
I don't care, Brooks. This is not what a friend does.
I think he got that confused between him and Brandy.
Yeah.
But he said, I didn't do it.
Damn well he was referencing what he's being alleged to do. Which is, I guess, bury Michael and then hide or take him somewhere else. So there might be multiple crimes. We don't know. But Jesus, don't worry. The proof is coming about the phone stuff, the location stuff. Just hang tight. It's a coming.
I didn't do it.
Wow. Thank you, Heidi, for gifting 5 memberships.
Woohoo!
Horsewoman, Shirley, Ann, Jam 420, and Limerous. I don't know what to say that. But thank you, Heidi.
I mean, what are your thoughts, Purple?
I think this dude is an ass, first and foremost. He's acting like people owe him something for telling his story. And honestly, I think he's guilty. I think they're all guilty. And there ain't no way in hell that...
And they very well could be. Prove it.
What? Oh,
You positive
Right.
because I told you to work it out.
I know it must be very frustrating to buy someone 7 sandwiches and not get the confession you were wanting. Very frustrating indeed. So let's get to the fun part because it gets so cringy that I don't think that I can stand it again. Guys, what about you? I know me and we were like, ooh, you know, like that meme from The Office where he's like, yeah, that was us. I couldn't believe what I was fucking hearing when I finally could listen. Mom duties. I said duty.
What? Where does he get off thinking he can get an attitude like that with any damn buddy?
When he did it.
Especially if people he thought were trying to help him clear his name. Like, damn. But he didn't act like that online now, did he? He didn't want nobody to know how much of a dick he really is. Well, oops. Cat's out of the bag now. We know exactly who you are. If you're breathing like this on the freaking... I can only imagine you being heavier, what your breathing was like.
Oh, that
Did
was
you
a
have
failed
to stop
attempt.
at the tire and, take a minute to catch your breath or what?
Oh, God, she is so horrible at this. See, now I know why it's fun almost to make fun of her. It's too easy, but it's also, you get creative. You think about artistic ways. I get it, jerks. I get it. AB, fuck off. Let them do their thing. It's really actually entertaining. Don't hate and slide on stuff. Stick to what you know over there with Andrew, or whatever his name is, and Doug. Living in the good old days. Stick to what you know, sir. Don't be hating and mixing into things you don't need to be mixing into.
I mean, come on now. Talk about it only took you 15 seconds. Boy, it took you that long to get out the goddamn car. You ain't winning no medals over here for winning the race, let me tell you.
Did she pee herself yet?
Definitely call the police and report. Yes, I haven't seen her for almost.
Look at this. Again, would Eve let the Wanderers watch her children? Yes, AB is a smart man, and he's also a smart ass. They can both coexist. As a AB supporter of multiple years, I can say that. Read that on the screen. Where did that come from, and why is that important? This is just, wow. You could just throw out any kind of wild speculation,
Yes,
see if it sticks. Scare tactics, but man, that's so 1996, please.
The banner.
Not swatting isn't even cool anymore. Like that, everybody's like, cool, whatever. That. No. What's the next thing? My karma coming to me? What, are you going to abduct my children? Okay. Okay, come over here and you try. You just go ahead. You will fail. It's fucking hilarious, says Bubblegum. I am so glad to see this lovely group of people in my chat. I really am.
Jenna, can you grab the link too? So I can go pee. I haven't seen her for almost 3.5 hours.
Right.
Hey, picture
Hey,
me.
Josh.
I'm over here.
Hello.
I'm over here bowing to you, sir.
Oh, stop it.
Oh. Crime Sleuthin is bowing to the rat. Cool. How precious.
Stop.
No, seriously, dude. You and Justin did such a great job with that.
Yeah,
interview.
Justin, I was I was happy that he invited me up. I wasn't going to do it. I didn't want to talk to the guy. It was
Me and Lynn have seen
infuriating
it.
conversation, to say the least.
True Crime with Eve, I would like to know the timeline when they went to Disney on Ice, please. Purple said it. Me and Frosty seen it. Me and Widow seen it, heard it. I don't know what that means, though.
The way that you did it, though, was really good. Justin had already gotten so much out of him, and then you came up and you started nailing down all the points. And I was like, you were asking several of the questions that I would have asked, but didn't even think of a couple of them until after you did. And I was like, oh, genius questions.
No,
Yeah, you both did good.
Yeah, no, I was shocked. I was shocked that he was going to answer anything. Obviously, he's seen that it wasn't going good.
Twin, it was allegedly a false confession.
I saw some hesitation. I don't think he enjoyed. Me kind of just showing up there. But like I said, Justin had invited me on at the beginning of the show.
Well, if I don't matter and I have it all wrong anyway, why does it matter what I think where you go? Go wherever you go. I'm just calling out the shit. And if you don't feel comfortable being in the shit that I am exploiting, or not exploiting, but explaining, because they're exploiting shit, I can't help how you feel about it. Like, you're going to have to make those big girl or big boy decisions. I like people who know who they are and what they like and what's right and what's wrong in my chat. If you don't have those kind of morals or guidelines, then don't be here. It might sound like I'm being an asshole, and I could be an asshole. I just don't have time for the fuckery that I'm seeing right here. These are adults playing like teenagers in a sick, twisted love game when this is a 5-year-old boy who should be home and should be 7 years old, going to school, having, birth dates. Sick. It's sick. And these are the people who are telling you that channels like me who expose shit and get a little fed up and get sassy are the problem, who have opinions. Fuck right on off.
And I was just like, I'm going to ruin your interview.
Yeah.
And he's not coming back. And
exactly.
I knew that he was. I knew that he wouldn't. I don't think he even went back on Dolly's. I kind of ruined it for everybody. But I want him to go. I want him to go away.
It was the interview after y'all's. It was the interview on the 22nd, the very next day. That's the one that ruined it for everybody.
Which one was that?
Jules, I'm kindly gonna ban your ass. You don't make any sense. Just fuck off, dude. Go away. You're not providing any substance in this chat. So be gone. Thank you. So glad she's gone.
That he went on another channel, a very small, very crappy channel. I don't know why. I think she was probably money and clothes.
Every time you say that, I want to laugh because I turned on that channel and I'd never heard of the person before. And literally, I watched maybe 10 minutes and I couldn't stand it. I had to get off and stop watching.
Oh, it was bad. She was
the giggling, the laughing,
jokes.
Yes, Chaos Queen, that was it.
So wait, he went on another one after ours?
Yes, the next morning, the next day on I don't know if
So it sounds like these people have gotten together and expressed what their next motive is. Do you see why my little conspiracy theory that these people are in back chats and messaging each other or whatever you want to call it, planning their next fucked up, weird, exploitive move? And they forget about the fact that it's Michael. It is disgusting. Like, do you need any more proof? Gross. But let's go after irrelevant things around Eve's life that may make her look bad or shame. Okay. And we're cool with that. Go for it if you think that that's what you want to do. Just know that there are also consequences for that. That's cool too, but try it. My point is, it goes to show that there is something that I'm saying, guys. There's something I'm saying that is triggering the fuck out of those parents over there. What is it? What is it, guys? Is it when I bring up the timeline of grandfather or the older sister not seeing Michael? Let's squash it. Let's squash it so that I can move on from the questions that so many has had for so long. If my opinion of you matters so much, it seems to be a problem that you have to get with people like criminals and criminal-like minds to mess with people's livelihoods and lives. What is it that I did? What is it that has your attention or my attention? Or why am I on your radar when I talk about these things? It's okay.
Say the channel name not.
We'll figure it out.
I just saw the chat. You know,
Okay.
Sweet Miseries channel. No, I had never heard of her.
So I knew of her because I knew her when she first started, and through mutual friends on another channel that we hang out on a lot. And so she was over there. Well, she kept having like problems with everybody, you know, just person after person after person after person in our circle. She wouldn't stay friends with for very long. And I hadn't had any problems with her yet. And that's how I am with people. You know, I'm going to treat you fair until you do something to me personally. So anyway, there was a missing child, missing teenager who'd run away from home after her father had been abusing her and took naked photos of her in the shower.
Okay, that's irrelevant.
Yeah. Off. And stop watching.
Oh, it was bad. She was
the giggling, the laughing,
inappropriate jokes.
Yes,
Oh my
chaos
God.
queen. That was it.
So wait, he went on another one after ours?
Yes, the next man on a lot. Local to go out. He thinks everybody likes him.
Hi, Kyron Horman. Case revisited. Welcome in.
And
I'd be shooting for like an architect or something.
We have to admit, we're humans. It happens, you know.
Well, you have a
But
mute button. That's
she
what it's
stopped
for.
it like what, 3 times in 5.
We've asked you 10 times to come up here. Why are you not here?
That's
Tea
because
was
of the
watching.
comment Justin made about the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
What did Justin say about mayonnaise?
That his
I
blood
don't
type was
remember. That was
mayonnaise.
way back.
Oh, that's just rude.
It is rude. But so is that makeup. I'm sorry. Justin, love you, honey. You've done some good things. I don't like your attitude right now, but you do need to fix some of that blush. The rouge is heavy. It's giving 1988 prom. Tone it back. Okay? It's only fair.
No, it was funny.
I didn't say it wasn't funny. I said it was rude.
Justin, what'd you say about the mayonnaise again?
That his blood type was mayonnaise.
Yes.
I've never heard that one. I've heard that the blood type is Rocky Road. I've never heard the mayonnaise one. But
Oh, giggle snort.
that guy thought he was
Oh,
when
bad.
he was messaging.
Eve told Stacy to lie to Brooke about it.
And does Eve deny?
What? Okay, hold on. So I didn't get to this part. Somebody in the chat, lovely, lovely lady, told me I was being summoned or talked about and that I need to go on panel and clear my name. And I was like, what is going on? I don't even have time for this, but okay. So I think this is where the rumors started. Let's see.
From being on 7 panels today.
Well, you can be tired after being on 8. He's just ignoring it too. He just keeps commenting. He's just like, oh, I didn't hear them. I didn't hear them.
Justin, I'll pay you $1.50.
Yeah. You're not a suspect in a missing child's case. We'll pay you.
Oh, giggle snort.
That guy thought he was
Oh,
when he was messaging me, he was trying to he was, you know, this whole, you know, you get all these fancy donations and all this kind of stuff. And I was just like, dude, you can't shame me. I mean, you're a suspect in a missing child's case. And they dug up your yard because of what you said. And I don't care what anybody says.
It sucks.
There's
really bad.
I truly think the reason he thought that Michael was still in that yard, and when they put him in jail, Michael got moved.
Totally plausible. I actually appreciate that theory because it's one that we share. if it's true. If he was actually back there. It's not factual, but it's possible. So then we have to think Sarah's failure to report a death charge was dropped. Okay. We didn't obviously find they did not find Michael. So who initiated Michael's abduction? How long was he alive for, or was he alive at all when he was taken? Yeah, I said it. And who put him back there? Why didn't the cadaver dogs and tracking dogs who had been in the neighborhood throughout time up until this excavation, not just here and there, no. The first 4 months, it was heavy. Dogs coming in and out of there. They searched the damn house in April of 2022 in the crawl space at 1102 Red Wing. Where was he? Where was Michael? Who hid him out, buried him at 1102, and then moved him when they went to jail? Who would do that? Well, I know there's a Miss Fancy and a Sammy who were at the house. There's a Ricky Strickland, or Randy Strickland rather, excuse me, that had been in and out of that house when they were in jail. Who else? Who else was there? God knows. Tanner Butler was there in April. God knows where he is and what jail he might be sitting in right now. So I think that we can think, or at least we know for a fact that people were in and out of the house. So we can also reasonably suspect that the others that J.D. Huff speaks on, the others that he believes knows what happened, their faces aren't out there. They're waiting for these 4 people to tell them. It's not happening to me. It doesn't look like anybody's cracked yet. How do they crack them? What do you think? Sincerely.
Yeah.
Purple, is he aware of the change in the story as far as the tip and all that Brooks was telling us earlier? That changing again was told
I'm
to
not sure.
say.
He says
Well,
$1.75.
$1.75. You
Nope,
got it.
no deal.
$1.75.
No deal. No deal.
$2. Get up
That's
here.
too expensive.
$2. Come on. I'll go put a what do you call those? Super thanks.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, come on.
You know what's really expensive? Selling marijuana for like, what, $6,000? Or buying it. One of the two, whatever. I can't remember exactly what it was, the amount, but expensive ganja.
You're telling me that the guy's making threats against me, but I'm not hearing any of them. I'd like to hear them. I'd like
I'm
to hear
sure
what he
Brooks will
said.
share them with you.
I'm mad. I just, whatever. It's
Allegedly,
he's
and
just
it is on a
mad.
phone call.
He's just mad.
That
He's mad that he made himself look like an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's
And-
really mad about what Brooke said earlier.
Oh,
She
Danny,
let the
see,
cat out
that's
of the bag
shade.
about what somebody else supposedly told her to do.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that?
Tell him that, because I don't remember the exact quote and I don't want to get it wrong.
Brooks said that Stacy told her to lie to her about the tip about the backyard. So
Not
Eve
Stacey,
told
you mean
Stacy to
Eve.
lie to Brooke about that.
What? I don't even understand what she's saying. Who said this to you, ma'am? Where's your source? You're going to need it. You're going to need to explain in the documents that will be sent to you and when you have to respond. Who said that? Who told you that?
May's comment
Probably
is
not.
here in chat.
Homer
Yeah, he's
phone.
probably not allowed to leave his county.
Justin, I've seen you on literally 7 panels today, this kind of stuff. And I was just like, dude.
In Purple, is he aware of the change in the story as far as the tip and all that Brooks was telling us earlier? About that changing again? Was told to say.
He says
Okay, $1.75. You
Nope,
got it.
no deal.
$1.75.
No deal. No deal.
$2. Get it
That's
there.
too expensive.
$2. Come on. I'll go put a what do you call those? Super thanks.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, come on. You're telling me that the guy's making threats against me, but I'm not hearing any of them. I'd like to hear them.
Thank you, Jasmine.
I'd like
I'm
to hear
sure
what he
Brooks will
said.
share them with you.
I'm mad. I just
Eve told Stacy to lie.
Allegedly.
he's
and
just
it is on a
mad.
phone call.
He's just mad.
That,
He's mad that he made himself look like an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's
And-
really mad about what Brooke said earlier. She let
Which
the cat out of the bag about what somebody else supposedly told her to do.
Okay, so this is from Brooks. Okay, Brooks. Another person to sequester. Cool. Now, what was he told? What was she told?
Mm-hmm.
And what was that?
Tell him that, because I don't remember the exact quote and I don't want to get it wrong.
Brooks said that Stacy told her to lie to her about the tip about the backyard. So
Not
Eve
Stacey,
told
you mean
Stacy to
Eve,
lie to
okay.
Brooke about that.
What does that even mean? What does that mean? Maybe I'm not understanding. He lied about the tip. He said that. Came out of the fucking blue with it. And I was like, whoa, huh? Say what? Why in the hell would I want that if it wasn't true? Why would I want that to be a lie? That he lied. That makes zero sense to me. Please, somebody explain. And Brooke, what the hell? Did she ever present the receipts on this? I really want to know. I will give her $100 right now and 7 sandwiches and a bottle of her favorite beverage of her choosing if she can provide that for me. All of it, not just some of it.
Hold on, I'm trying to.
So Eve told Stacy to lie to Brooke about the tip, calling in the tip about in the backyard.
No.
That's what she
Really?
said. Yep. And there was a couple of other things that she said that she was supposed to lie about too. I don't remember what they were.
Wow.
Yeah, but Eve told Stacy to lie to Brooke about it.
And does Eve deny that?
She wouldn't answer that.
I didn't even know it was a fucking question. And see, all 4 of these bastards up here who sat there and thought it was cute. Josh actually wanted to clear this up. So you're not the bastard in this situation right now, but I'll hold on for you. These others sit here and try to just meekly act like I didn't answer because you didn't fucking ask me. And why I'm so angry is because I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Y'all never come with receipts unless somebody is literally pushing you up against the wall, maybe legally or whatever it may be, which seems to be what makes things go around here. The truth to come out, if you will. So how in the hell is that fair? Brooks, you're dirty. You're dirty as hell. Because I did not even know what the hell they were talking about. And that's why I got sequestered to come up here. I didn't know what the hell I was even walking into. This isn't okay. This is not okay for me. Now, some people, even though they don't like this happening to them, there's not much they can do about it. This bitch right here on this channel can and will. You found the one. You found the the psychosis, Sarah Wondra. Okay? That's me. I'm medicated. I actually have some common sense. And try to stay as fit as possible. and not put guns in people's faces. But put your toes in the water sometimes. You might not have a nail when you get back out. Okay? This is the one. This is the one that would definitely act upon being shamed, defamed, slandered, and all that shit that like JSB actually tries to say that it's happening to her. No, I act on my shit. Enough. People cannot and should not feel afraid and get this kind of treatment for covering stuff. You don't see this shit happening to like grisly true crime for covering things that are very, and I'm not saying that I'm comparing to Grizzly, but I'm saying I've never put Michael's stuff out there to make it like a shit show like this, where I'm calling the suspect and trying to have a fake relationship or making lies about people, actual lies. This is wrong. Please, right now, if you support anybody on this panel, see your way out. Do not come back. Refund the money, whatever you got to do to not be here. Please, because I just cannot stand for it. No, I am not on my high horse. It's a moral issue for me. Tear your ass, dude, because this is gross.
And I'm sure Brooke has it on recording because...
Well, she denied the $300, but we all heard him say it.
Yeah.
He also said, when asked about the duffel bag, he said, I guarantee they won't find it.
Yep.
Okay, now, okay. I was trying to put in chat. Listen closely. He said, they will never find it. And then to me, it sounded like, I guarantee you they have it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
Thank you, Sabrina. I think I missed one too.
And it's like, and I kept going every time she played it. I swear he says, I guarantee they have it.
And did either one of you say?
That's just my opinion. Where he says, I guarantee they have it.
He said, he said, I guarantee they have it after he said that
they'll never find it.
Yeah, he went straight into switching. It was really weird.
She
I'm
pleaded
thinking
the fifth.
I took they as law enforcement. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know for sure. I don't know that. But the way he said it is they'll never find it. I guarantee you they have it. Now, is that law enforcement or is it
not even funny?
Now, is that now?
What's your Cash App, Justin?
I don't know.
You do too.
Well,
what is it?
Iris
Tell me right now.
Has it. So Iris, if you can drop it in chat.
Yes.
Yeah, Iris is a mod. She can drop it.
So what? Why would? I mean, I know why. That's just that is so unethical. It's not even funny. It's true. If what you're saying is true, if Eve did tell Stacy to do that, that's one of the most despicable things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the proof, you bitches on the channel? If it's true, I always thought from a moral person standpoint, right, that when you have something to speculate on, that there's some basis to it, not just hearsay. So what was it? Who did it? Who said that? I saw in the chat that it was Justin. So are y'all pointing fingers now like Spider-Man? Or do I just send everyone some info, some papers? Which one you want? No, because this is my life. Lab Josh talking ethics, right? Something about some circumskittles, right? He's the expert on ethics. Yeah, so I want to know who it was. Where did that originate from? I know it's obviously Brooks saying that Stacy said that. Show the recording, show the proof. It's going to be asked for anyway. you're going to have to probably show it anyway. So provide it. Okay, Eva heard it on Justin's channel, not from Brooks. Who did you hear it from? Maybe Level or CJ or LaWanda in the chat? Potentially, maybe. So what do they say on Justin's? I sincerely still have not watched the rest of it. Because I have a life. If my opinion on what I hear and see upsets people so much that you have to go real life, please. Right? Okay, yeah, I know that Stacy is the alleged person that said that. And I did not. I absolutely deny that 100%. Where's the proof, though? Receipts, bitches, or it didn't happen. He said he lied to get out of the interrogation. That's exactly what he told me. And I didn't even ask about that. He really does do this. He'll randomly just shoot off shit. And of course, you have to take it for what it is. You cannot take it for anything else but that's what he said. He did not say you told him to say it. So why did Purple do that? Purple, if you want to come in the chat, you are more than welcome to explain yourself, bitch. It's your turn. Okay. But why were they interrogating him? Because I'm assuming that they came to ask questions about whatever they asked him in May of 2022. I doubt that the investigators are going to say it. It was about what? The 1:30 trip to, here's a few things we have heard, right? 1:30 p.m. shot CCTV footage of him at the splash pad where he goes to get the snuff that fell, right? He was allegedly on Southwest 8th in Arizona before, during, and after the times of the area where Michael was allegedly seen by neighbors unknown. No CCTV footage, right? So, who knows? There's got to be something. Maybe somebody knows about a rocky situation that happened. Where does that play? Where does that come into play? Are there neighbors that know MJ? Are there neighbors that know who MJ is? Around 1102 Red Wing that have been sketched from the beginning? I'm going to remind you some things that I found that you need to keep in mind. Unless you're listening to other people, then definitely don't do that. This is very weird to me. This right here. Come on, pull up. Is it not pulling up? Hold on. Sorry, I have to re-download it. Hold on 1 second. All right. This was in August of 2021. Remember when I used to theorize about like the landfill being a big problem and how upset I was to hear that the search and rescue guy that we were all going to pitch in to help, do a, I guess, sweep for Michael in Fruitland? It was just a thought. He said, oh, there ain't no way. If they haven't searched it within the first 2 weeks, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, Jack, because the scent is very difficult to go through all of that trash. It's going to take a lot of resources, not just sniff dogs, tracking dogs. It takes a lot of man hours and resources. We saw it in the Quentin Simon case. But anyway, back in August of 2021, someone in the city of Fruitland said that the FBI visited the landfill and requested some records, which is the layout map of the landfill. They are working with local law enforcement in the case of the missing child from Fruitland. Do we remember a time where we used to speak on the actual timeline before the information came out that Stacy gave me that's now in a big war about if it's legit or not? Didn't he say that he passed by Killebrew and 52, or excuse me, 95, I'm sorry, 95 and Killebrew, which is near the landfill? Not everybody knows what I'm talking about because you're like, who, where, when. But if you follow the case, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yes, 95. Thank you. Now, this is more reasonable speculation than Eve telling someone to go lie on their behalf. Okay. Sure. Prove it. It is on Highway 52. I was right. Dag nabbit. But he says that he passed those, shady ass mobile homes over on the 95, but they go a back way to the Clay Peak landfill. He says this. Maybe it was just another oopsie, I don't know what I'm talking about moment, but I want to act like I am. Or it could be something. What if that back road somehow made a stop or didn't? Maybe, just maybe, there was no way to know because this landfill is different. It's very different than your normal one because it's Idaho. Very compact. And they were having a lot of issues with haulers and all sorts of things that you don't think about in a missing child's case and its relevance. It was not worth the amount of things that needed to take place to get up to speed into the times to actually help without other outside resources is what I'm getting at, is what I'm understanding. Look, a pipe break in the motorcycle park. There were things that needed to be done. They had to buy new haulers or, diggers that push the trash and the dirt and all the nasties up and smush down, right? But go ask them if they've researched that and see what they say. Maybe that ties into me asking them to lie or some shit. So in August of 2021, again, August 6th, the FBI, at least is being, the uppers in the city know about it. And they're working with the FBI to potentially go over the dump for Michael. It's the facts. And then in October of 2021, a lot of stuff starts happening. One of the biggest ones in August, though, that might connect to October is that there was an article that stated J.D. Huff and others, law enforcement agencies, went through the Hidden Meadows 3 Rivers Way. This is going to tie in a second. I'll pull up the article here in just a second as well. But if you go to the maps, pull up Hidden Meadows. We'll just go to 1102 Red Wing because that's where the perps lived or stayed at. All right. This is Three Rivers Way right here. Okay. It's the last little entry way that you could take, and it just wraps around in Hidden Meadows. And this right here is 1102 Red Wing. They had deployed tracking dogs in August and spoke to neighbors going door to door to door, asking questions. All of a sudden, poof, information that was extremely helpful to the case was shared just by knocking on the doors. Who? I don't know. We will not know exactly who that is. It could be 1102. I don't know. It could be any one of these houses. There's a lot of people there. But I do understand that there were some calls made around that time, the same time the article states, law enforcement kind of got caught wind of some things. And I'll tell you, it's about right here. We'll say it's in this little block right here, where the treesy area is. Where the treesy area is and the barrier. Because they were looking for somebody who was hanging out in the storm drainage area behind the splash pad. It was a focus. They also mentioned Washington. They also mentioned this way. Right here. And you have to go up and around to get from the barrier that, Tyler Vaughan can tell you this. Because he knows that, and he used to live over here somewhere. I think was it 520 or 518? Anyway, he jumps over this barrier, and he's a runner. He's a track star. He makes it back to the house. And so, if somebody in this neighborhood had some information that was crucial, and it led up to the suspects at 1102, did they cross paths, maybe? Did they see each other? Did older sister who left at 648 to 650 see the GMC burgundy truck on the corner of Southwest 8th in Arizona where they were parked? Did she notice anything? Did anybody see anything? When Tyler was searching frantically around the neighborhood, did he see this burgundy truck? GMC? What did it look like? Who was all in it? Did they even say your name? Did they know who you were? Did they wave and say, "Are you okay, sir? Can I help you?" Were they already gone? How long do you think that MJ was gone were for them to take MJ, and you just so happened to miss anything that happened? CCTV footage? Anybody? Could it have happened in a split second? Well, yeah, he said that he called 911 at the storm drainage and made it back somehow to his home by 7:25, because that's when Bob says he sees Tyler at his house with Buggy on the hip from the Chris McDonough interview. So which one is it? You're chopping. Whoop, 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 to get back to that house. Is he the jogger, perhaps? And that was the misunderstanding the whole time? Maybe the jogger is Tyler just booking it, dude. Maybe I'm wrong. I doubt it, because that's, JD Huff said that person has been investigated and cleared out. I do know that somebody close to the case who has been questioned, not interrogated, questioned, said that they have Tyler on footage. Brandy has said it before. They know who he is on the camera. So who was the other one? Was it Brandon? And if so, you didn't see him? Did Brandon go to allegedly maybe perhaps a Job Corps with a family member of the Vaughns? I don't know. Maybe that was a coinkydink, right? Could be a total coincidence in another state. So that was a long time ago. It was 10 years or 9 years before MJ disappeared. So again, total fluke, but something to consider. Nobody saw Stacy, Brandon, and Sarah on any stretch of this road while sister was out leaving the neighborhood. Tyler was out searching. No one saw this truck. I think there's something missing here. If that's what we're going to go by, this time, this time frame of the 6:40 to 7. Somebody had to have seen that truck already, right? I've never heard of this being talked about in any Facebook group from locals. Maybe they're just that sneaky. I don't know. GB, no way Brandon and Tyler went to Job Corps together. Not Brandon and Tyler, but a family member of Tyler's. Uh-huh. And it's actually vetted, not just like the Twitter weasel that actually researched it. I vetted it and it's true. So don't worry back there. I'm not spitting out false things. You did great work on that. Thank you for that. I just vetted it for you. It's true. So, but they're not suspects, guys. Well, what Brandon is, but Tyler is not. No need to fear. No need to fear. That's what the lab said. There's nothing that's going to come out of it because they're not suspects, meaning the parents. So if there's any connection, don't worry about it. Even if it's stupid and small from 10 years ago. Eve, is the landfill east or west? I believe northeast. I believe. Sorry, one second. I'm going to wrap it up soon after I prove a little something I've been waiting. I know that you have been waiting for. Thank you for being patient with me. I know dinner time is coming up. Yeah, so it is northeast, 15 miles. Or, sorry, 15 minutes, excuse me. There you go. Stacy said that Adrian did HT, so maybe they picked up Michael and then called Adrian and gave Michael to Adrian for money. I mean, that's a stretch. That's a real stretch because we don't know what the motive is and we haven't heard from him. So I don't know what, I mean, I guess it's a possibility. Or maybe Adrian was so far away from the house and never came back that night. Or somebody's lying. Or very, very misinformed. Or wants to act like they know everything. Right? Maybe exploit this to get money from you. Keep you all arguing and fussing and all that stuff. It seems to me like Stacey Wondra is trolling the shit out of these creators. Which is really ironic. Because he ain't trolling me. So let's just percolate on that for today. I think I've gotten everything out of my system. I don't want to go over the full live with me. Owning their ass. Please go do that. Because, you know, they did have a big part in that. I wouldn't be there without them. So give them that like and view. It's okay. They deserve it and they've earned it. And the ass whooping I gave them. That's a fact. So wait, don't go. I promised you the proof. I promised you, I promised. So let's do it. This is a video from Sir Stacy. And I'm going to get all these questions. When did he send this to you? Well, go find out. You're friends with him. Go ask your friend and see what he says. Right? It's really funny while I'm pulling this up. Brooks pawned Stacy on me and said, go ask your friend Eve to get help for getting kicked out of that chick's house. The audacity. I thought that was really ironic. One moment. I don't know how to make this bigger. I do not come in here often, so I apologize. Oops. So this was sent to me today. I don't want to like dox people, so just ignore that. Okay, enough teasing, Eve.
So this is my front screen. We're gonna go up here on top and go to photos. This is, now mind you, these are photos.
Oh, it's so touchy. I should have downloaded it, sorry.
This is, now mind you, these are photos from July 25th. This is when Sarah, this one right here was specifically when Sarah was in the hospital. I will prove to you
Damn
guys
YouTube creators.
By proving the location.
Okay, pause. He has his own pictures as wallpaper, I know. It is what it is, whatever. So, the great thing about what I'm about to explain to you is that when you make assumptions, you make an ass out of you and me. See, there was no explanation as to, or clarification asked as to what device originally took the photos, how this was all set up on Google Photos, and how it all intertwined with each other. So let me explain it. Hi, Margaret. Good to see you. Hey, Elsie. Double click the video. It will show just the video. Really? It's not that easy. It never is. It doesn't work. I tried that.
Go scroll up.
So anyway, the backstory that you must know is that the original phone was an iPhone, I think Pro Max 12 from per Stacy. And it also shows it in the details, okay? The original phone was an iPhone 12, we'll say. Sarah was allegedly very, very controlling and had to share all of the photos into one little area because she cannot stand being out of control and not knowing these details or whatever. So they shared and linked their accounts together on Google because she, I believe, had a Droid, from my understanding. And that is how the location data is shared when it's uploaded into the cloud. into Google Photos. So anytime that they share something together, it's going to show on both sides because they share this information together into one file, if you will. All right. Well, that's not proof, Eve. Hold on, slow your roll. In order for you to access any of this information from another device, it cannot be edited in any way in the location here. If it's grayed out, you see how it's grayed out right there? I'm going to play it so that you can see it in its entirety. Just hang tight, please. And please send this to all of your friends and scorn-hated YouTube creators who didn't think that I was going to provide the receipts. Okay. This is grayed out, meaning that once you have something uploaded from a device to the Google app, the Photos app, once it's uploaded and backed up onto this, if you access it from anything outside of that device, this cannot be changed. Can't. This little button right here, this little pencil, adds a caption, not change the date. So don't use the same iPhone. Let's just say somebody who wants to test this out and prove me wrong. Don't use the same device that you uploaded this into your Google Photos app. You have to access it from another. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the police have, from my understanding and from what is being said, which makes sense actually, the police have the phones. The police actually have Sarah's car to this day. To this day. Julia XOXO, Eve is correct. 100. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Widow. Me and Widow sat down and had a one-on-one just to make sure Eve wasn't full of horse manure or cow manure. So that is why this gray little button right here, you can't change it. This button right here does not change the time and date. It adds a caption. If you can prove me wrong, record it, send it, or put it in a video and tag me and say, haha, I got you. And then I will whip myself on the back a few times for even trying to think that I had an idea on this or a handle. And I'll say I'm sorry. And I won't bring it up ever again and take the lashings that I'm deserved. All right? Daphne, say it. Say it a little louder for those in the back. Oops, someone has egg on their face. Don't put your eggs in one basket. You might get egg on your face. Does anybody want to come and chat? Crime sleuthing or sleuthing, whatever it is. That one raspy old biddy from Purple's Live that I'm a suspect sympathizer. Okay. You want to come and talk? Purple, Heidi, Lighty, anybody? The lab, echo. Justin for all, come on over. Come on down. The price is right. Yes, I'm being an asshole. Let me do it. Let me get it out. Feels good.
Location, opening maps, and you will see where this little image is. Hold on. See? Right here, if you zoom in, this is also called St. Alphonsus Hospital Emergency Room.
But no. Sarah and Stacy had to plan a very elaborate scheme to make it look like they weren't abducting a child in the near future. So we got to do things like, rack up medical bills and fake illnesses, right? To go to the hospital because 2 more days. Brandon hadn't given me that child I wanted. I'm going to get him one way or another, right? Was that the theory over there? Hogwash, in my opinion. This proves that she was at the damn hospital lifting her shirt up saying, "This hurts like a mother." That looks painful. She had kidney and bladder infection problems. And for the audacity that we have to talk about somebody's personal health problems. And no, I've never done that to the family members, so don't come at me. Sit down and stay down. The fact that we're talking about this because a theory was, I want a baby and I can't have one. Michael's the next best thing. This is what's going to happen. I'm slighting the creators. If you haven't caught on yet, I am holding these fuckers accountable because it's disgusting.
So I want to show you guys all that. That was one of the pictures I have of her on the 25th, so you guys can verify. This one, it was taken at the Arby's parking lot.
Now hold on.
The day of.
I know he said Arby's. I get it. So did Perp. Right? Perp didn't even know he had boofed it. He does correct himself later. So, calm your titties. Unless you're Tits McGee. You don't have to do that.
The night in question. Oh, you'll see right here, 400 South 6th Street takes you directly to the Arby's building, which is, keep in mind, July 27th, 2021, 3:37 p.m. There's this to show y'all.
Now, estimated locations, that's what it said. Right here. Sexy Sar Bear.
Keep in mind, July 27th, 2021, 3:37 p.m.
Estimated locations, okay? Let me read. Everybody, it's story time. Gather around. The book is called... I'm such a jerk, I know. Edit or remove an estimated location from a photo. Importante. You can only update or remove estimated locations if the location of a photo or video was automatically added by your camera. You can't edit or remove the location. Let me say it one more again. Actually, let me pull it up for you. It's only fair. Because I am so untrustworthy and such full of shit. All the time just coming out of my mouth. Location from a photo. One moment. Boom, 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 boom. All right. edit or remove an estimated location from a photo. And you know what, you sons of bitches, I see what you're doing, trying to distract me from getting back on track. I get it. You sons of guns. You're good at what you do because you know that I have to find the receipts and it's taking away from things so that you guys can go in the back and do whatever you do and speculate on how to get ahead of this. Edit or remove an estimated location. Blah, blah, blah. You can only update or remove estimated locations if the location of a photo or video is automatically added by your camera. You can't edit or remove the location. Have I said it enough? Okay. Go ahead and try it. Ain't gonna work. So, estimated location, learn more. That button leads to this page. Okay. Let's continue. You can remove it, you cannot edit it. So why would you want to remove it?
Y'all, Arby's was exactly on that road right there.
He means A&W. There you go. Oh, I let him. Y'all, as he was recording this, not even speaking to me, I led him on. See how that works?
You got any wintergreen by chance?
And then this one.
Thank you, Daphne. And Brooke, thank you. Thank you, Aussie. And thank you, everyone who's been here and trusted me.
Leaving the parking lot of A&W. And I'll go back so you guys can see.
I know it's a long and slow and tedious process. And I don't wear makeup. Hell, I don't even put my camera on anymore because I'm just so over it all. I know that I don't have fancy smancy intros. I don't have the allure of such tragedy pimping motherfuckers out there. And I really channeled my Lip Lock No More in there. I think I heard her come out. Excuse me. Susan Brewer. But I know that I am not fancy. I'm working on it. But the truth is the truth. And you could put pretty little rainbows on shit. It's still shit. At least this shit is real. Right? And that's who I am over here. Always will be.
You'll see, you just zoom in real close. Highway 95.
Here, look. Do it right. Oh, wait. Look. Oh, my God.
All right.
We'll go back.
He's got to go back. Get on the bus, Gus. Hit the road, Jack. What else do you need, guys? Anything else?
This picture was taken July 28th at home.
And this poor girl, this poor young adult, child, excuse me. Thank God her face isn't shown. She's just trying to hang out with Sarah and Stacy. But no. Gotta be blasted on the fucking internet, right?
At our house, just so you guys can see. Open a map so you guys can all see it. This picture was taken July 28th at home. house, just so you guys can see.
I know it's hard to see. It's not the best quality. Okay, I get that. But if you look, sorry, I had to start over. Damn it. If you look, you can see the details where it says Apple Phone 12 Pro Max. That was the original iPhone that he took the pictures on that day. And the police have it. Well, Eve, he said that he got it back. Okay, when? Where? Who said that? Where is it? Because from what I'm understanding, the recording is from a droid. And if you can go and figure that information out, then maybe, just maybe, data can be edited, if you will. But I don't see no iPhone from my understanding. Let me know if you find out. Wait, hold on a minute. How many photos were there in that day? Hold on. I saw like 300 or something. I'm a nosy woman. I need to stick my nose in somebody else's case, is what I was told by that old biddy on purples. You suspect sympathizer. Okay, ma'am, calm down. I think that's total photos, sorry.
Open a map so you guys
We're
can
almost
all
done,
see
it's
it.
3 hours. There's their house. Oh my goodness,
It doesn't pull
y'all.
up the exact address, but I will.
Yeah, it's an
vouch.
estimated one.
This is our house because Sarah's right there. And that
And
little
so-
girl's name is Lexi.
Oh, don't say that. Shush your face. All right. Now, what about the Eagle, Idaho photo? He didn't cover that because he was just going through what he was showing, okay? If you must see it, I guess, it's got the edited button out, the pencil that I talked to you about. Hey, look, it's our conversation. The one where I'm talking about how to dupe the masses in law enforcement and be shady, right? Remember when I told you when it's grayed out like that? It's because it was from an original source, the iPhone, right? You can't edit those. There is your proof. American True Crime, have you seen this? Did you get to catch the proof? I was waiting for you to say something because I love American True Crime. She always comes with the receipts and I love it. And I don't know why people don't honor that more because damn, I do. Especially when you're in a sticky dicky situation, a purple one with a bunch of bird shit that keeps flying your way. That's okay. We'll figure it out every time. So he's saying, holy fuck, you got a call. As soon as he figures out, and yes, it was 12:08 in the morning in my time, 11:09 his time, matches up, right? I was half near dead ass asleep, y'all. And he calls me and finds this. This was like, I believe, 30, maybe an hour later after just telling him, hey, you want to be clear? Find some shit. He sure did. So is there any questions for anybody outside of my lovely, lovely viewers and subscribers and members? Sorry to keep you here for 3 hours. I know it's long, but I felt like it was only fair since I had to do that live with them for so long. How does it feel? What Cracking Asses said, stay on it, don't stop true crime, and keep on going. Yeah. I will. you're going to hear and you're going to see a lot of slander come my way. This isn't the first time that the Wanda and Level and others orchestrated from the higher ups did it. I'm kidding. Am I? To come at me, right? This is why everybody chickened out in the Twitter days because they were tired of being harassed. I get it. But they couldn't handle it. We had to back you out. So I'm still here, still strong, still going. I don't have to admit to shit about being wrong because nothing has proven otherwise. Stay in your lane over there. And if you need anything else, creators and haters in the back that don't support my right to a freedom of expression, fuck all the way off. And I love every single one of you who stuck by me and is here and cares about Michael Vaughan. Thank you so much, guys. She's taking applications, widow. It's true. Eve, Justin for all on 121 at about the 1 hour mark is where Stacy says he lied. Okay. About the, wait, are we talking about the false tip? Sorry, we kind of jumped into another topic. I'm sorry. Julia, I bet that's why some people were talking so low quietly during interviews. Was money owed to dealers? Interesting. Hey, Earth. Sorry, I meant to shout you out. Good to see you, love. Tell AB if you still hang out over there. I said hi, and I did throw some shade his way. He can handle it, though. He can handle it. I still lurk. It's all good. Yes, false tip. Okay, guys. We'll talk about other shenanigans on another date. I want to talk about those cadaver dogs. I want to talk about what the people that I just slam dunked again for the second day in a row, what they think about cadaver dogs and what makes it all just solid evidence that MJ was back there. Maybe they're right. Let's talk about it. You know, as I say, hug yourself, your babies, your fur babies, your grandbabies. Michael Vaughan needs justice. Summer Wells needs justice. Missing persons need a voice and an advocate. So let's talk about it. And I'll see you on the next live. Have a great, great night ahead. Much love. Bye.